ESPN reporting that Stephanie White is the new head coach for the Indiana Fever. She just left the Connecticut Sun. She's a former Fever player, also was an assistant coach for the team in the past. And if you remember, she was also just a standout at Purdue when she played for Purdue a number of years ago. And she was also one of the names people had been talking about as a potential new head coach for the Indiana Fever.
In a move that has electrified the basketball community and sent fans into a frenzy, Indiana Fever's head coach Stephanie White and rising star Caitlin Clark have made a groundbreaking announcement that promises to reshape the future of the WNBA. Standing together on the hardwood of the historic Gainbridge Fieldhouse, the duo unveiled a strategic initiative that aims to not only elevate the Fever to championship contenders, but also to revolutionize women's basketball as a whole.
Yeah, at different points, you think back and you're like, man, that was pretty cool. It was pretty cool that I got to win a national championship in my home state, that I got to be a part of a WNBA championship in my home state, play professionally in my home state, and then be the head coach of my home franchise. That was really pretty cool.
But in 2023, the WNBA came calling again as White joined the Connecticut Sun, and they did what Stephanie White teams do. They won. After losing their MVP Jonquel Jones in the offseason, White helped guide the team to an even better record in her first year, earning WNBA Coach of the Year honors along the way. In her 2 seasons in Connecticut, White helped lead the Sun to a 55-25 record, when the unbelievable opportunity became available to return home, to again coach the Indiana Fever, with the goal of bringing the WNBA championship trophy back to Indiana.
The announcement came during a packed press conference, with media representatives and excited fans eagerly awaiting the news. The atmosphere was charged with anticipation as White took the podium, her presence commanding immediate attention. Known for her passionate commitment to the game and her players, White began by reflecting on her journey back to Indiana. "This is home," she started, her voice resonating with a blend of nostalgia and determination. "I've always believed in the power of basketball to inspire and transform, and with Caitlin by my side, we're ready to take things to the next level."
Well, first and foremost, it's home. I mean, this is a franchise in the Indiana Fever, Indiana Pacers that's in my DNA. Grew up in Indiana, played in Indiana, played with the franchise. Of course, a part of the franchise when we won the WNBA championship. And secondly, this young, exciting roster. You think about a generational player in Caitlin Clark, and back-to-back Rookie of the Years with Aaliyah Boston. Kelsey Mitchell, I think, had the best year of her career. Just an exciting roster. What an outstanding moment we have in women's basketball right now.
Caitlin Clark, whose rookie season was nothing short of legendary, then took the stage. With a confident smile, she addressed the crowd, highlighting her commitment to the program. "I've been incredibly fortunate to have mentors who believed in me and pushed me to excel," she said. "Now, it's my turn to give back. I want to help the next generation of players find their footing and their voice in this sport."
You're back home.
Yeah, I think there's so many things. First and foremost, it is home. Right, this is a franchise that's a part of my DNA. Player there, coach there, was a part of a championship there, certainly. Working with Kelly Crosskopf, working with Lynn Dunn again. And then this exciting young roster at such a pivotal moment in women's basketball in the WNBA history. It's 25 years ago when I initially joined the WNBA. It's what I have always envisioned this league being, and to be able to do it at home is just. And secondly, this young, exciting roster. You think about a generational player in Caitlin Clark, and back-to-back Rookie of the Years with Aaliyah Boston. Kelsey Mitchell, I think, had the best year of her career. It's just an exciting roster. What an outstanding moment we have in women's basketball right now. To come back and be a part of it in my home state with my home franchise, it's just a unique opportunity, and I'm so thankful and grateful for it. The greatest thing is just, for me, having been a part of the WNBA for 25 years. Having worked on both sides of it in the media and in the coaching realm, and being a player in this league as well. I mean, this is the moment that we've been waiting for.
Clark's involvement in the initiative adds a layer of authenticity and relatability, as she herself was recently an emerging talent navigating the pressures and expectations of professional sports. Her personal journey from a promising high school player in Iowa to a record-setting rookie in the WNBA serves as an inspiring blueprint for young athletes everywhere.
You know, basketball isn't my everything, and that's the way I was raised. You know, basketball was something I absolutely loved to do, but I think there was just things that my parents really invested in making sure that I was a good person before, you know, basketball or sports. And I've just tried to live in that same exact manner, as like, just be a good human. And I think that's what I've tried to, you know, show everybody as well, is like, I try to be the best human I can every day. I try to give people time if I have it, you know, and it can be hard because there are moments where you don't always want to like pose for a picture. You just want to go and get your sandwich and eat your lunch. And but I feel very thankful. I wouldn't change anything for the world.
The announcement also included details on a series of community engagement events aimed at increasing visibility for women's sports and encouraging broader participation in basketball among girls and young women. These events will feature clinics, panel discussions, and meet and greets with Fever players, allowing fans and aspiring athletes to connect with their heroes.
She wanted women to have as many opportunities as men, and if it wasn't for her and it wasn't for the way she fought for women's athletics, I'm not sure I would have had that opportunity at Iowa. You know, people would have showed up for the women's basketball program in the manner that they did every single night. People don't realize the women's basketball program at Iowa had so many fans before I got there, and then they continued to rally around our teams and celebrate our teams, and they just loved women's basketball and the way it was played and the people on the court. And I think a lot of that has definitely carried over to the WNBA, and now you're seeing it here in Indianapolis with the way our fans have supported and really just been in the stands every single night. You know, Gainbridge has been, you know, packed to the brim. People can't seem to get enough, whether it's a Wednesday in August or whether it's on the weekend in July. Like, people love showing up and watching, and then they love people on my team. They fall in love with another team and players on a different team.
As the press conference drew to a close, White and Clark stood side by side, embodying the spirit of collaboration and empowerment that defines their new initiative. The energy in the room was palpable, with every camera flashing and every pen scribbling to capture the moment.
Spoke with Caitlin last night, and I think just overall excitement. You know, I have been watching Caitlin play since she was an 8th grader. When I was coaching at the college realm and covering her games in college, and just an exciting time for me. Very excited to be working with her and this young team.
Not to mention, there's some pretty cool symmetry. You wore number 22 for the Indiana Fever. I mean, maybe it's too soon to say, but you could potentially be coaching the last player to ever wear 22 for the Indiana Fever. That's pretty cool.
I thought it was unique, certainly. She's a lot better, number 22. She puts the ball in the hole a lot more. But I just can't wait. You know, she's a student of the game. Yeah. She loves the game of basketball. She has been so great in how she's handled, you know, all of the attention. She just wants to play. She just wants to win. And I'm looking forward to coaching players like that. And this young franchise, this young team, and taking our next steps.
This announcement marks a pivotal moment for the Indiana Fever and the WNBA at large. It signifies a commitment not just to winning games, but to shaping the future of the sport and inspiring the next generation. As White and Clark left the stage to a standing ovation, it was clear that their vision had resonated deeply, setting the stage for an exciting new chapter in women's basketball.
My expectation is to be one of the best players in the world one day.
A WNBA record 19 assists. More history for the Fever rookie.
At this point, continue to be myself, and I think a lot of good will come from that.
In a move that sent shockwaves through the basketball world, Caitlin Clark, one of the brightest stars in the WNBA, has done something that has everyone talking.
Clark is just at the epitome of the intersection of social media, of pop culture, and fan engagement in a way that we've never seen, and she's moving the needle forward for all athletes.
Her actions have not only captured the attention of fans, but also put her new head coach, Stephanie White, in a challenging position right from the start.
Today we heard from the new head coach of the Indiana Fever. The team announced Stephanie White as their new leader last week. The Purdue grad spent 6 seasons with the Fever, 2 of those as head coach back in 2015 and 2016.
As the Indiana Fever prepare for a new era under White's leadership, Clark's recent endeavors could redefine the dynamics of the team and the league. What exactly did Clark do? And how does it affect the Fever and the broader WNBA community? Stephanie White's recent appointment as the head coach of the Indiana Fever marks a significant milestone in the team's history.
Well, it's official. Former Connecticut Sun head coach Stephanie White has a new home in Indiana. The Indiana Fever announced that she'll be their next head coach in a move that many were expecting was going to happen.
And it's one that comes with both excitement and high expectations. A native of Indiana, White's deep connection to the state and the franchise is a cornerstone of her new role. Her return to the Fever is more than just a homecoming.
I mean, this is a franchise in the Indiana Fever, Indiana Pacers that's in my DNA. Grew up in Indiana, played with the franchise. Of course, a part of the franchise when we won the WNBA championship. And secondly, this young, exciting roster. You think about a generational player in Caitlin Clark and back-to-back Rookie of the Years with Aaliyah Boston. Kelsey Mitchell, I think, had the best year of her career. It's just an exciting roster. What an outstanding moment we have in women's basketball right now, and to come back and be a part of it in my home state with my home franchise, it's just a unique opportunity, and I'm so thankful and grateful for it.
It's a commitment to revitalize a team poised on the brink of greatness. With a roster brimming with potential, including standout players like Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston, White's leadership is set to usher in a new chapter for the team.
We won't get this again. There's no saving. There's no conserving. You leave everything that you have out there on the floor.
I'm a forward-thinking, outside-the-box kind of coach. I like to challenge them on a number of levels. They are high IQ teams. So also giving them the freedom to make plays. Like, you want to make plays, you don't run plays. I mean, everybody knows at the end of the day, players win the ball games, right? You got to give them the freedom, the confidence to believe in their abilities to make those plays, but also a little bit of the structure to help them see the different ways that you can attack. I think we've got to get better on the defensive end of the floor. Certainly, we don't have to make leaps and bounds and go from wherever we are to the top, right? But we've got to continue to get better.
Caitlin Clark, a generational talent and a key player for the Fever, wasted no time in showing her support for White's appointment.
I feel like it's night and day from the day I got drafted.
With the first pick.
From Iowa City to the Circle City.
As a player, I've been able to improve and try to take things from game to game to get better at.
Here are the first points of Caitlin Clark.
Obviously, it was a big adjustment going from college to the professional level. There's a lot of areas that you have to learn, and you have to learn very quickly.
Clark, a deep first! Triple-double for a rookie. Caitlin Clark has it!
Her enthusiastic endorsement on social media platforms like Instagram and X, formerly Twitter, was not just a nod of approval, but a rallying cry for fans and teammates alike. Clark's endorsement is crucial, not only because of her influence on the court, but also because of her ability to galvanize the team and its supporters around White's vision. White's vision for the Fever is grounded in her extensive experience in the WNBA.
I can't imagine the stars aligning any better. Certainly after having gone off and had a number of other experiences from a coaching standpoint, growing up, learning, the Fever going through some changes as well. And now at this point where basketball has taken to another level in the WNBA and for the Indiana Fever.
With 25 years under her belt as a player, coach, and media personality, she brings a wealth of knowledge and a fresh perspective to the team. In an interview with Malika Andrews, White emphasized the importance of embracing the momentum currently propelling women's basketball to new heights.
We're excited to talk to you about this because, as I just mentioned, you are no stranger to Indiana. What made you want to take this job?
Well, first and foremost, it's home. I mean, this is a franchise and the Indiana Fever, Indiana Pacers that's in my DNA.
You mentioned also in your statement that it is an important time in women's basketball. How do you prepare to coach a star like Caitlin Clark, who commands attention both on the floor and by fans in a way that, frankly, we've never seen before in the W?
This is the moment that we've been waiting for. So I don't know if you prepare for it as much as you just embrace it, embrace where we are. Think about the momentum moving forward, where we wanted this league to be and where we still aspire for it to go. And just embrace this moment, embrace this opportunity, continue to help this team, this franchise be better, position ourselves for success.
Her approach is centered on leveraging this momentum to build a strong, defensively minded team that can compete at the highest levels. Having previously led the Connecticut Sun to become one of the league's top defensive teams, White is well equipped to address the Fever's defensive challenges.
And to be able to come back and work with another 22, a generational player in Caitlin Clark, a generational player in Aaliyah Boston, certainly when you think about back-to-back Rookie of the Years and what each of those players have done up until this point for their universities, in the game of basketball, for the women's basketball culture and community. It's unprecedented.
Her strategic acumen and ability to develop players are seen as essential assets in her mission to enhance the Fever's performance. Behind the scenes, Amber Cox, the new general manager of the Indiana Fever, has been instrumental in orchestrating White's return. Cox, who joined the Fever from the Dallas Wings, is committed to building a championship-caliber team.
I just want to start by thanking our ownership, Simon and the Simon family and Mel Raines for their incredible commitment and investment in Indiana Fever basketball.
Her collaboration with White is expected to bring about significant changes in the team's strategy and execution. Cox's role in securing White's appointment underscores the Fever's dedication to fostering a culture of excellence and success. The synergy between White and Cox is setting the stage for a promising future for the Fever. Together, they are focused on assembling a roster that not only complements Clark's exceptional talent, but also addresses the team's previous weaknesses.
The future is so bright, and our ultimate goal is to hang another banner in the field house. And our ultimate goal is to come back in here after we win that championship and celebrate again like we did in 2012. So I just want to thank everybody for coming. Really excited, really looking forward to this, and can't wait to get started.
Their shared vision is to create a team that excels on both ends of the court, with a particular emphasis on defensive solidity. While the excitement surrounding White's appointment is palpable, the challenges she faces are equally significant.
I probably as a young coach would not have been equipped enough to be in these situations. I'm still a human being, so emotionally sometimes you get caught up in some things, but at the same time, I think I've grown so much. I'm very secure in what I bring to the table and who I am and the opportunity that presents itself. I get to do this. I don't have to do this, and I love to do this.
The WNBA is highly competitive, with numerous teams vying for supremacy. White's task is to navigate these challenges while maximizing the potential of her players. Her ability to do so will be a testament to her leadership and strategic prowess.
So I think for me, in this moment, I'm just more excited about embracing this opportunity that we have to do some special things together.
This kid's on the wrong team. She's got the wrong skill set to handle the physicality of that league. If you're a college player and you're a great college player, like Caitlin was, the delusional fan base that follows her disrespected the WNBA players.
Imagine one of the greatest basketball legends making a monumental announcement about a rising star in the game. Larry Bird, a name that resonates with basketball history, has recently turned the spotlight on none other than Caitlin Clark, the young phenom who's been setting records and turning heads on the court. Known for her incredible skill, determination, and unwavering passion, Caitlin is a player that even legends like Bird can't ignore. This announcement has sent shockwaves through the sports world, with fans and analysts eager to understand what it means for Caitlin's future. What did Larry Bird say, and why is he so invested in Caitlin's journey? This moment has everyone talking, and it's clear that something big is on the horizon for this rising superstar.
You know, I'm not really worried about what's next right now. I'm just going to enjoy what we did. We made history, and there's a lot to be proud of. There's a lot to reflect on. These last couple weeks, 3 weeks, have been crazy, to say the least, and I'm just thankful that I got to be on this journey with these people. And I think more than anything, you know, we're losing 2 seniors that gave their heart and soul to this program.
Caitlin is a great player, and I think the way that she's kind of came into this league, she's continuing to hold her own and show everyone what she can do.
You know, the one thing that I really love about her, she loves the game. You can tell she's put the work in.
Caitlin Clark has become a force in basketball, dominating the court and capturing the admiration of fans, analysts, and even seasoned WNBA players.
Well, it was definitely what happened last year between Caitlin Clark and, Andrew Reese. It was, talked about, and would have liked to have seen that rematch in front. But Caitlin Clark is a special player. She reminds me of a Steph Curry. A lot of times she takes those ill-advised shots that me and Chuck don't like, but they go in. Not only do they go in consistently. And the way she plays the game, she's the true definition of a great player, one that makes the players around her better.
It's not just Larry Bird who sees something special in her. Many experts across the sports world have taken notice of her talent and potential.
If Caitlin Clark is the quote-unquote savior, if she's the golden girl, milk it!
How far, though? That's the key. And are they going to be pointing fingers and blaming Indiana Fever fans and Caitlin Clark fans whenever the ratings don't stay the same?
They are now seeing that the Clark effect.
Because at the end of the day, with her WNBA rookie season complete, that's it. Most points by a point guard in a season in WNBA history. Most double-doubles by a rookie guard in WNBA history. Most points by a rookie in WNBA history. Most assists by a rookie in the history of the WNBA. First WNBA rookie to record 2 triple-doubles. First triple-double by a rookie in WNBA history.
Caitlin's rise has sparked conversations among WNBA veterans, sports analysts, and fans, each recognizing that she's more than just a standout college player. She's likely on her way to reshaping the future of women's basketball.
I'm just looking at some of the numbers here. When we talk about league attendance, the Indiana Fever, all right, with Caitlin Clark, led the league in attendance both home and on the road. Fever averaged 17,000.
I think it's a huge thing. I think a lot of people say it's not about black and white, but to me, it is. It's really because you can be the top notch at what you do as a black woman, but maybe there's something that people don't want to see. Wilson said to the Association.
Her play, just the way she plays the game, I think that's going to be sustainable. There's clearly... there's something about the way she plays the game, her passing, her shooting, that people really identify with.
What makes Caitlin Clark's journey remarkable is her ability to perform consistently at an elite level, a quality that top players and analysts know is incredibly rare.
So before we continue, there is one thing I want to reset, that we want to reset, and it's the language being used around fans. Fever fans, Caitlin fans, new fans. That actually has to go.
The biggest reason that she's popular is it's the Steph Curry syndrome. She looks a lot like the girl who's out shooting hoops next door, and she plays like we are all capable of playing.
Coming into every game, she's not just playing. She's setting records, thrilling audiences, and executing plays that showcase her basketball IQ.
To the WNBA this season, as the league has seen unprecedented growth, thanks to the emergence of a strong rookie class headlined by #1 overall pick Caitlin Clark. So WNBA released a report recently. Numbers are beyond impressive. Attendance is up 156% from last year, and more than half of all WNBA games this year have been sellouts. This year's televised games are averaging 1.32 million viewers, nearly triple last season's average of 462,000. Continuing, the WNBA's online merchandise store has already set a single-season sales record with more than 4 months left in the season, and sales are up 756%.
Experts like Doris Burke, a well-respected voice in the game, have spoken highly of Caitlin, acknowledging how her court vision, shooting range, and fearlessness make her a unique player to watch.
I mean, she's been playing and doing things and just getting an understanding of the league. Every game she gets a little bit better. Every game she gets a little bit understanding of, the speed and the quickness. I don't think, we had some opportunities in the middle pick and roll with her and AB and her and Liz that I don't think we capitalized on it. And she and I talked about that for a minute.
I knew she was highly competitive, but I don't think I realized how highly, highly competitive she is until we did some of those games, team building games during the Olympic break. And so she wants to win everything.
Burke has even compared Caitlin's game to that of NBA greats, noting her unrelenting drive to push herself and take risks, no matter who the opponent is. Several WNBA players have shown public admiration for Caitlin, with some even seeing her as a potential future teammate.
They should be getting the attention. Now they have center stage, but the ratings are going to go down. How far, though? That's the key.
We see that. We see the capability on the basketball court. She can shoot, she can handle, she certainly can pass, okay? I look at it from that standpoint, and I say mad respect. Are there other players in the WNBA?
Aja Wilson, one of the league's most dominant players, has commented on how Caitlin's playmaking skills and confidence remind her of herself in her early days.
You don't know how to use Caitlin Clark's strengths. You don't know how to play to her weaknesses. You don't know how to draw up a simple out-of-bounds play. You don't know how to calm down muddy waters. You don't know how to call a timeout and relax everybody's emotions. You don't know how to talk to the referees. All you know how to do is wave your arms and defensive slide on the sidelines. And Chrissy Sides, I'm tired of seeing it every single game.
This woman is box office. Plus, she can play. And the combination of the two would ultimately give.
Caitlin Clark is clearly a catalyst for a business that was, and let's be honest, Caitlin to some degree financially saved the WNBA. It was hemorrhaging money for years. Some people get famous on art.
Wilson praised Caitlin's intensity and leadership, recognizing that these qualities will serve her well if she decides to transition to the WNBA.
You get one of those top 3 to 4 players, certainly it can change your franchise, and it's somebody that you want to continue to build around. It's exciting. It's exciting for our fans and our team.
Caitlin Clark wins the Rookie of the Year. There was one vote for Angel Reese, everybody else for Caitlin Clark.
It's Caitlin Clark. We all know that. They are now seeing that the Clark effect is living up to the hype.
Similarly, legends like Sue Bird have mentioned that Caitlin brings an excitement to women's basketball that makes her not only entertaining to watch, but also an inspiration for young girls dreaming of playing professionally.
There's nothing, Shannon. You just want to support that white girl. She busting y'all ass. If you like Caitlin Clark, you gotta hate Angel. And if you love Angel, you can't say anything good about Caitlin Clark. Y'all can't tell me what the F to say. I'm gonna say what I want to say.
Yeah. There's also been praise from other athletes outside of women's basketball. Even NBA stars like Stephen Curry have taken note of Caitlin's deep shooting range and fearless approach.
We have the facilities, we have the people, we now have the talent. We need to continue to bring in top free agents. We have a big 3. We have a point, a wing, and a post. You got to have that to challenge for a championship. So we're right on track to do the things that we want to do.
Curry, who revolutionized the game with his three-point shooting, has pointed out how Caitlin's similar willingness to shoot from beyond the arc sets her apart from other players.
From merchandising sales to new sponsorships to television ratings absolutely going through the roof to attendance to sellouts at basketball games to all-star games with record attendance both in person and on television. It is safe to say, North America, that the Caitlin Clark effect has taken over the WNBA at this point.
It's rare to see a player who can command attention from both men's and women's basketball communities, but Caitlin has achieved that respect. Caitlin Clark's journey is only just beginning, but it's already clear she's destined for greatness. With unwavering support from WNBA legends, analysts, and fans alike, she stands poised to make a lasting impact on the game. As Caitlin continues to dominate and inspire, the world of basketball eagerly awaits her next move, because wherever she goes, one thing is certain: she'll leave her mark on the court and beyond.
Caitlin Clark's millionaire lifestyle includes living in a luxury home, driving expensive cars, and enjoying designer clothes. She often takes lavish vacations, attends exclusive events, and hosts high-profile gatherings, reflecting her success and wealth.
I'm wearing Armani dress, Versace shoes, Versace bag, Tiffany bracelets, and Tiffany necklace, Cartier earrings.
Here's a moment when Caitlin Clark is seen wearing high-end brands, demonstrating her refined taste and preference for luxury fashion.
I went with Prada. I think Prada's like very me, very like, I don't know, I'm a pretty simple girl, but Prada's never dressed a WNBA player or NBA player for the draft, so it's very fun. Got the simple white and then sparkly on the inside, but yeah, really fun. Got the bag, got the slick shoes, so yeah.
Caitlin Clark has been making history both on and off the court.
Caitlin Clark is making history both on and off the court. The 22-year-old athlete stepped out in a monochromatic Prada set for the WNBA draft, making her the first athlete the Italian luxury fashion house has dressed, male or female, for the NBA or WNBA draft.
Great day for some golf. I never golf this early in the morning.
She grew up in Des Moines, where she spent countless hours playing golf and honing her skills on the local courses.
I grew up in Des Moines and I played there a ton. And honestly, I try to get back there as much as I can to play with my family. My dad plays a lot, my older brother plays a lot. So, you know, it's super fun. Today we're here, Finkbine Golf Course, 2v2 scramble, me and Spence versus Will and Kate. Me and Spence obviously gonna win, so here we go. We're very competitive people. We love to compete, whether it's on the basketball court or if it's out here. I think it just adds a fun element to golf.
People who know Caitlin often say that she is incredibly goofy and always making jokes, bringing a lighthearted vibe to any situation.
They would probably just say I'm like super goofy. Like I just make like, I don't know, jokes all the time. And I don't think people always understand that. Like when I'm on the court, like I'm competitive, I'm like passionate.
When she's off the court, Caitlin understands that life is about more than just basketball.
But like when I'm off the court, like I understand like there's more to life than just basketball, and you like get that. Like there's more to life than wrestling. Like just understanding that and enjoying every single day. And like as you know, college goes fast. Like it can't be all serious all the time. So
Caitlin doesn't collect shoes, but she still owns a lot of them.
I don't collect. I have a lot of shoes. I have a lot of like kind of like trendy shoes, like Nike shoes. My mom gets mad when I buy new pairs, but like, here's the thing. My mom loves shoes too, so I probably get it from her.
Yeah, you do.
She says the shoes tie the outfit together. So I'm like, whenever she's like, Caitlin, you have to stop buying shoes. I'm like, Mom, you have no room to talk. And then she just laughs. But yeah, honestly, like we get a lot of shoes from Iowa, basketball and tennis shoes. So like, I don't need to buy shoes, but you know, everybody needs some good pairs of shoes.
What kind of shoes does Caitlin wear for basketball?
When you pick your shoe for basketball, do you go the Kobe's? Do you go the Jordans? What is your shoe?
Recently, KD's.
Okay.
His latest one, those were very comfortable. It was probably my favorite. They're almost like a mid-sole one, so they weren't low, but they weren't high. So like kind of protected your ankle a little more. I had quite a few pairs of those this year. It was really fun. I had a really good time. I thought I did a little better on the front nine. Wasn't as tired, kind of got really tired on the back nine, but it was really fun. I appreciate all the Hawkeye fans that were out there today. A lot of people that support the Hawks, support women's basketball, so that was super cool to see, but just enjoying it because it's different for me. This is a little out of my comfort zone.
It's particularly special for Caitlin to face off against the Ryder Cup captain in a golf match, as it presents a unique opportunity to compete against a prominent figure in the sport.
So just tried to have fun with it, and obviously when you get to golf against, you know, the Ryder Cup captain, not many people get that opportunity, so it's pretty special.
What do you do outside of basketball?
Oh, well, during basketball season, I don't have a ton of time, but my favorite like spring, summer activity is golf. Yeah, I love to go play.
I'm sure you're not competitive at all.
No, I'm not competitive at all. I obviously just like to do it because it's fun, and why else would I do it? I just love to go out there. If I have a bad hit, I don't care at all. But no, I'm super competitive, and honestly, we have a couple other girls on the team that like to play, a couple coaches that like to play, managers, so it gets competitive. It's usually not like us just all going out there and shooting like our own score. Like it's like 2v2, like best ball. Like it's obviously going to be competitive in some way. So I would say that's like my favorite activity when I'm not in basketball season. I remember getting my first set of golf clubs for one of my birthdays when I was really young. My dad got it for me. It was an all pink bag, all pink clubs, and my dad would always take me when we were younger.
I probably started playing golf when I was like 3rd or 4th grade. I mean, I was terrible. I couldn't hit it off the ground, but I loved doing anything that was competitive. So even though I was bad, I just kept really working hard at it.
What time's the alarm normally set for Caitlin Clark's world?
Well, during school, I'd probably get up like 8:30 every day. Depending on when I had class, I had 8 a.m.s twice a week. But other than that, probably 8:30. But now that I'm home and I have nothing, I've been sleeping until like 9:30 every day. I feel like
Embrace it while you can.
I feel like a bum when I get out of bed. I'm like, I wasted half the day, Mom. Why didn't you wake me up?
No, that's your body telling you need it.
No,
Trust me.
It's been good.
What is your favorite season and why?
Ooh, I'd go fall. Just because, I love summer and I love winter, but just the two combined. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. Football, basketball is just starting up again. It's my favorite. Outside is just so beautiful. It's definitely my favorite.
Caitlin usually replies to her family's texts as quickly as possible, making sure to stay connected and maintain strong relationships despite her busy schedule.
I usually just text my family back as fast as I can. But other than that, I usually am off my phone for quite a bit after the game because we have media and stuff like that. But I'm usually not in a rush to respond to people and stuff.
You guys are all going to dinner as a team. Who are you waiting on the longest to get ready?
Honestly, Monica. She's kind of slow sometimes. Yeah.
If you had a hypothetical kid, who would you not let babysit that kid?
Hannah Stolke, for sure. A lot of people probably said me, though, but I'm really good with kids. We have a lot of babies in the program. Coach Abby just had a baby, and strength coach did. And I love being around them. I take care of them, but I'm going Hannah Stolke.
Why is that?
Just kind of all over the place. Freshman, hasn't really figured it out yet. Probably one of the funniest people I've ever met. But with a kid, I don't know.
Her satin miniskirt and jacket, bedazzled two-top, and black pumps were well received by many, including Caitlin's boyfriend, Connor McCaffrey. Responding to a fan on X when asked his reaction to Caitlin's slam dunk fit, Connor dropped 3 emojis, including the jaw-dropping and drooling face. Caitlin responded a simple teary-eyed emoji. The college basketball it girl was the #1 draft pick and was picked up by the Indiana Fever.
When she was younger, she was terrified of cats, often feeling uneasy around them and avoiding them whenever possible.
When I was younger, I was terrified of cats. I can deal with them a little now.
A little.
I don't really love them anymore, but I do not like cats.
Why?
What freaks you out about them?
There was this really mean one on my street growing up. So its name was Jinx, and it was black with green eyes, and I just did not like that thing. So to my neighbors, if you hear this, I'm sorry. Jinx just wasn't my favorite.
Jinx went missing. We have no idea what happened.
Yeah.
So you tell all the roommates, no cats allowed, right?
Heck no. My roommate, I'm roommates with Kylie, who's on our team too.
Yeah.
She would never get a cat. I think she knows I don't like cats. I'm a huge dog person.
Are you a dog person?
Huge dog person. We have a golden retriever at home.
Honestly, I watch a lot of golf. I think over the years, definitely Jordan Spieth's probably my favorite. Justin Thomas. On the girls' side, I like Nelly Korda. She's really good. That's weird. It says 180 for a second, and it goes to 144. If I had to pick a foursome for my team, I'd go Kate, myself. Then I'd go probably Catherine Reynolds. She golfs. She's our director of basketball operations. And then I would probably go Coach Reina because she's pretty good at golf and she's super funny. So she'd be good entertainment on the course.
A lot of people, they now want cars from you. Will you be able to deliver?
Cars. Oh, because my Buick deal?
Yeah.
I don't know about cars. I was joking with one of our managers. I'm like, hey, I'm going to get you a minivan. I think you'd be really cute driving a minivan. But no, I wish I got a car. I got them all headphones, though, with my Bose deal, which was fun. They all love those. So we're all going to have matching